What's up, everybody? I've got a great student question that was emailed to me over the weekend, and it was so good for both the FS and the PS exam, I wanted to share it with you. So here's the hypothetical. We've got a parcel owned by Bob, and over time, 1950, 1960, 1965, this parcel is going to change hands. It's going to get split up, it's going to get sold, all kinds of stuff is going to happen, and then we have to decide this question down here. So let's read the question first and see what's going on. So the question says, does Rick get all of lot B? Well, what the heck does that mean? Well, let's take a look. Rick has lot B down here. We better label that. That's my bad. So we'll call this A, and then we'll call this B. Does Rick get all of lot B? Well, let's find out, and let's see what principle is going to solve this problem for us. So let's begin with just walking through what's going on. So Bob owns parcel 515 of whatever subdivision, and at some point Bob is going to sell the north half here to Tom. We'll call this lot A, parcel 515. Okay, so Tom owns the north half, Bob still owns the south half. Pretty simple. Well, here's where it gets a little crazy. So Tom decides he is going to further subdivide this northern half, and he plats a big lot. Well, he plats it in 1960, 10 years after he purchased. So Tom does own the north half up here. He hires a surveyor. Well, probably not. He probably goes to Home Depot and buys 4 iron rods, plops these iron rods in the ground, plats it with the city, and now Tom owns one platted lot and then one meets and bounds lot. Okay, you can see the problem here. Tom has encroached into Bob's little lot B. Okay, now here's where it gets crazier. So Bob has no idea this has happened. He's a million years old, senile, and he sells the southern half of parcel 515, lot B, to Rick. Well, Rick goes out there in 1965 and he finds out that, look at that, Tom is encroaching on Rick's lot B by a pretty substantial amount. Whether it's 1 feet or 50 feet, who cares? That's outside the scope of this question. The question is, does Rick get all of lot B? Well, what are our options? Yes, he gets all of it. Rick, 1, 2, 3, 4, and Rick kicks Tom off this sliver. Option B, no, Rick gets what's ever left over. C, seek legal advice. This is for you. So you, the surveyor, should seek legal advice. And then D, none of the above. Well, if you're the surveyor, you're hired to retrace Rick's boundary. What do you do? Let's start off with the principle of this. So the principle that I see in this problem is that a landowner can only sell what he actually owns. Same principle, a landowner can only plat what he actually owns. So imagine Tom wanted to sell this platted lot. He conveys Tom's subdivision from Tom to Jacob. What did Jacob actually buy? Did Jacob buy the land between the monuments, or did Jacob buy the land in lot A? I'm going to have to say that Jacob only purchased what is in lot A. Why? Because Tom never owned this southern sliver in the first place. And if Tom did not own it, obviously Tom cannot plat it. Same thing for Bob here. Does Bob own the entire Lot B in 1960? Or does Bob own Lot B less and accept this monumented area? Obviously, Bob never sold this southern piece to Tom, so Bob still owns it. Now, of course, there are legal theories like laches and estoppel, adverse possession, prescription that Tom may be able to raise, but that's not really your job as a surveyor, right? So we're just going to apply the principle that you can only convey what you actually own, and you can only plat what you actually own. So what did Tom's plat legally look like? It's this piece minus the sliver. So Tom can only plat what he actually owns. Therefore, Rick is going to get the entire Lot B, which is answer A. All right. Now, I also kind of like C because obviously, surveyors have a certain amount of power. They have the power to apply junior senior rights. They have the power to proportion subdivisions. They've got the power to follow the original footsteps of the surveyor. They've got the power to, understand at least that you can only convey what you actually own. But if this is going to be a legal dispute, this is going to be the job for Tom's attorney and Rick's attorney to fight out. You are absolutely allowed to make a boundary determination as a surveyor applying the 5 principles of boundary retracement, which is found in your boundary retracement lecture. But going beyond that is getting a little dangerous. So I think the best answer is A. I think the second best answer is C. Tell your client to seek legal advice. And there you go.
If you found this video helpful and informative, I would appreciate it if you would hit the thumbs up button to like the video, and then go ahead and hit the subscribe button. That way, more people can find this video and it can help them. Plus, when you hit the subscribe button, you'll be able to watch the newest NLC videos as soon as they come out.